We have another fantastic fellow who is on a time crunch because he has to get back to being an amazing human being elsewhere. So I'm going to call up next California Senator Ted Lieu from the 28th District. I'm going to read his bio quickly, you can clap a second time. A leading animal welfare policymaker and a founding member of the California Legislators' Animal Protection Caucus. He's passed milestone legislation to improve humane and ethical treatment of animals and pets. In 2012, he authorized legislation to ban hunters from using packs of dogs to pursue bears and bobcats. It was signed into law and made California the 14th state. And I'm just going to say, this man is not just a hero for the animals, he also insists on tough safety standards for nuclear power plants. He's placed LA on the forefront of environmentalism through efforts like the single plastic bag ban, and he's been a champion for gay rights and a number of other causes. It's my pleasure to introduce California Senator Ted Lieu.
Good evening. I'm so honored to be here. By the way, these candles are very cool, I would say. Welcome to California and to my Senate district. There are some great vegan restaurants in nearby Santa Monica. I hope you check them out. And just so honored to be before you. And you are one of the reasons that we've been able to promote animal welfare in California as well as America. And I've learned over the years that it's really easy to do my job, to be elected official, if what you want to do is help Goldman Sachs. If your job is to help the rich and powerful, you can do that every day. I can just sit at my desk and do that every minute, every day. But you know what's harder? It's to help those without a voice. Those who are undocumented, those who are poor, those who are oppressed, and clearly animals have no voice. They can't call you and say, my owner is neglecting me. A hound dog can't call you or write an email saying, I don't want to fight a bear another day. Animals don't speak unless you give them voices. And that's what all of you do in this room, and I commend you for doing that. And so I'm very pleased you got to hear from Paul Koretz. And sometimes I like to say government works at a majestic pace. And so sometimes we try and we fail. But I was able to get California's ban on using hound dogs for hunting bears and bobcats because Paul Koretz initiated the groundwork so many years ago. And it was an interesting bill because there are dozens and dozens of bills that I worked on and introduced and passed. This was the first bill where I experienced an emotion I actually never felt before in the state legislature, and it was one of fear. And it occurred to me just rather suddenly. I was sitting in the Appropriations Committee, and even though the animal welfare groups did get a lot of folks there, we were still far outnumbered by the hunters. And at some point I just thought, you know, there's about 800 hunters here, and what if one of them had a gun? And so in Appropriations, usually you're presenting to other members, and then the audience comes up behind you and then sort of gets to give their public comment. And so for the first time in all my years in legislature, I actually turned around and just watched every one of them give a public comment, you know, just in case. I wasn't quite sure. But with the help of many of you, we were able to get that bill through, signed into law. And even before that, I was honored to have carried and got signed in California law the bill that banned the roadside sale of animals at roadsides and parking lots. It was clear to me that that was one-way puppy mills being out there. And then we in California were able, through one of my laws, also to increase penalties on animal neglect. It's also clear to me that we're very progressive in California. And what I would love to have happen is America to start adopting what California has done in terms of our laws and our policies. So I look forward to working with all of you. I know your program started off a little late, so I'm trying to help your program by not giving you a 20-minute speech. But I am on Twitter. I am on Facebook. I used to be on MySpace, but that's where it started scaring me, so I don't do that anymore. So just feel free to contact me, and I'm very, very honored to be here. Look forward to working with all of you. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for what you do for those who don't have a voice.